Ladies and gentlemen, MiHoYo has officially announced and revealed the character of Hu Tao. So let's get started with all the information they've given to us. Hee, did I scare you? Ay, my appearance is less of a shock and more of a pleasant surprise. Then I should call this a farcical failure or a splendid success. And here is the character teaser for your girl, Hu Tao. So here we go. Let's watch this together, shall we? Oh, man. The 75th funeral parlor. Oh, there she is. I've got to say, this animation is beautiful.
Should be safe from here. Next time, don't go running around in dangerous places. Of course, if you really insist on adventuring, then be my guest. Adventurers are our VIP clients after all. We even have coupons for you.
I love her. She's just amazing.
Do you have a travel buddy? We're having a sale. Second client half price.
Second client half price. But there you go. That is the character teaser for Hu Tao, Scared Yet. So there you go. They also go on here saying, Hu Tao is the 77th, not the 75th, I said 75th, 77th director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Liu's Harbor's verse monger of the darkest alleys. She walks the line between life and death, shouldering responsibilities unknown to most mortals. Be careful around Hu Tao, lest she leads you to by the nose. So yeah, she's very sketchy to say the least. Travelers, today we'd like to introduce you to the 77th director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Hu Tao. You can see the full details which they have posted over here. And yeah, their English VA is going to be Brianna Knickerbocker, and Japanese is Takeshi Rie. She, of course, is Pyro. Affiliation is the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Her weapon is Polearm, and constellation is Papilio Carontis, which you guys already know if you've seen any of the leaks about this ahead of time. But yeah, it is honestly just fun seeing like her finally announced now and finally like, you know, confirmed by MiHoYo as well as, you know, she's happening. So now we just gotta get ready for her release in actually just a few days. It's not long to go until she is released. As for her story, it's kind of explained a little bit right here. The 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, a young lady managing the parlor's operations. Despite her position, she's an amiable person who puts on no airs. Her antics are as plentiful as the sand of Yao Guang's shoal. Hu Tao may seem like all play and no work, spending every free moment and on leisure and being widely considered a lazy, fair business owner. It's only during funeral ceremonies when she personally leads her undertakers through lamplit alleys that shows her dignified and solemn side. She treats the parlor's operations with utmost importance. We are entrusted by the people to loyally see out their wishes. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is special in that it carries a dual responsibility to both those of this realm and the next. And yeah, in terms of voiceovers, we have loads of stuff right here, personal details. Jin Yan and Hu Tao, I have no clue what she's thinking, going around looking all happy-clappy like when she's the head of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Always greets me cheerily too, saying, I like people who play with fire, they're good for business, or something like that. She's a bit bizarre, I tell you. And more about Hu Tao, silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl, Frilly Churl, Willy Churl, Frilly Willy, Hilly Churl. This is the Hilly tune, was written by Hu Tao herself. And Hu Tao's troubles, for Hu Tao, sitting around doing nothing is a fate worse than death. Which, yeah, that's fair. And you got her attacks right here, officially being shown off properly. You got her normal attack, and then her charge consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing damage to enemies along the way, and performs up to 6 rapid strikes in her normal attack. As for her talents, Guide to Afterlife, the Paramita Papilio State increases Hu Tao's attack based on her max HP at the time of entering the state. Attack bonus gained this way cannot exceed 400% of Hu Tao's base attack. Hu Tao's attack damage is converted to pyro damage, which cannot be overridden by any other elemental infusion. Increases Hu Tao's resistance to interruption. Paramita Papilio ends when its duration is over, or when Hu Tao has left the battlefield or fallen. Talents, Guide to Afterlife. We got the Blood Blossom effect. So in the when you're in the parameter state, Hu Tao's charge attacks supply the Blood Blossom effect to enemies it hits. The enemies affected by Blood Blossom will take pyro damage every 4 seconds. This damage is considered elemental skill damage. Each enemy can be affected by only one Blood Blossom effect at a time, and its duration may only be refreshed by Hu Tao herself. So you got that. Then you got the talents. Talents down here, you got Hu Tao commands a Blazing Spirit to deal pyro damage in a large AoE. Upon striking, the enemy regenerates a percentage of Hu Tao's max HP. This effect can be triggered up to 5 times based on the number of enemies hit. If Hu Tao's HP is below or equal to 50% when enemy is hit, both the damage and HP regeneration are increased. And yeah, that is basically, that's Hu Tao for you, you know, that's pretty much it. I don't think they really mentioned anything else. I think that's pretty much all. Thank you so much for watching.